Have you been wondering how the newer Fender amps compare with the older Fender amps? Well, in this video, I'm going to be comparing the vintage versus the new Fender clean tones and Fender reverbs, particularly on the Fender Champion 20, the Fender Champion 40, and this is a 1971 Fender Deluxe Reverb. Hey, I'm Derek at 5 Minute Music, and I have over 25 years experience playing the electric guitar, helping students use their amps, doing some live sound, some recording, and I'm excited to dive into this comparison today. I want to give you a little bit about the amps. So the three amps we're using, as I mentioned before, this is the Fender Champion 20. Well, how is a 20 watt amp with an 8-inch speaker that's solid state going to compare with the other two? This is a Fender Champion 40. It's a 40 watt amp. It is also solid state, but it has a 12-inch speaker. Well, how are these two going to compare with the 1971 Fender Deluxe Reverb? This is a 22 watt amp and it's all tube, but it does have a 12-inch speaker like the Fender Champion 40. So how's this going to compare? My main idea in this video that I want to go after is these newer amps are way cheaper. Well, how do they compare to something that's way more expensive and is tube? So I'm excited to dig in. So what I want to do first, I'm going to compare just the clean tones. I'm not going to go for the reverb yet. That'll be next. So I'm going to compare the clean tones, and I've worked really hard at dialing in the settings, trying to keep everything really consistent. If you want to see the settings for the amps, go below in the description and they'll be there. All right, let's get started. Let's hear these clean tones. Now, I'm not going to tell you what order I'm going to play it in, but I want you to guess. Here we go. All right, now the moment of truth. Could you tell which one was which? I'm going to tell you. The first one that you heard was the Fender Champion 20. The second one that you heard was the Fender Champion 40. And the third one that you heard was the Deluxe Reverb. Hey, if you're enjoying this, would you please hit that like button so that I know that I'm giving you content that you enjoy? Now, part two. Let's compare the spring reverb. Now, I dialed in on the effects, the digital effects, the spring reverb for the Fender Champion 20 and the Fender Champion 40. How is that going to compare to an actual spring reverb that's in this amp? I'm curious to find out. So here we go. You ready? All right, the moment of truth. Could you tell which one was which? The first one was the Deluxe Reverb. The second one was the Champ 40. And the last one, of course, was the Fender Champion 20. So there we go. I came away with some observations about these amps. I don't know if you feel the same way or not. Now, in the room, I have to say, nothing really replaces that Deluxe Reverb. It sounds amazing in the room. And translating on the recording, it's good too. But I have to say this is where it gets interesting. This is a $130 amp, and this is a $200 amp. And I have to say, They both held up pretty well, coming across with a clean tone, and the spring reverb was solid. So here's my point. If you want a clean tone and a reverb that comes pretty decently close to a vintage sound, but at a fraction of the price, I highly recommend these amps. I own all three of these amps are mine. They're not borrowed. So I really enjoy these amps. And if you want to buy these now, look down in the description below, and where it says buy now, you can pick this one up. Again, 130 bucks roughly with some tax. This one's about $200 with some tax. It's a great investment. I enjoy these amps and they do a great job. And I am an Amazon affiliate, and at no extra charge to you, if you buy one, I receive a small commission, and that really helps support my channel. Now, I know you probably have more questions. In the comments below where it says question of the day, let me know, do you have any questions about any of these amps? I would love to answer them. I also have an exciting announcement. I have a new course coming out. It's called the Fender Champion 20 Tone Course. And it's designed, if you have this amp, to take you from step one, just trying to figure out the tone, all the way through knowing how to use every knob on this amp and how to come away with some really good presets so that if you're playing country, blues, rock, heavy metal, you'll have a preset that you can use. So I'll make a link available on that when it's ready. And if you would like some more information on the Fender Champion 20, just check out this video right here. And if you'd like to know more about the Fender Champion 40, maybe some good settings, click on this right here. So, and as always, if you'll click right there and subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be able to get announcements as soon as I release videos like this. As always, thank you for your time. God bless. Have a great day. Bye.